this next sample, we're going to go ahead and now lay out a pattern of the parts to cut. What we're going to do is actually go to the part pull-down menu, and we're going to create a propagation. And here, I want to propagate that part. This is going to be a rectangular pattern. My first direction is going to be x positive. First total distance is 5. First total number is 2. My next is going to be y negative, and I'm going to say that total distance is 6 maybe by 2, so it'll be 4 all day. And now it wants to know how I want to merge the operations. You have 1, 2, 1, 2 or 1, 1, 1, 1. And basically what this means is all tools, one part, then move on to the next part, or same tool, all parts, and then move on to the next tool. And I think that's the more efficient one in this case, so we're going to select that. And I'm going to say OK. And now I have my 4 parts laid out. And I'm going to repeat that back here as well. So I'm going to go back to here. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and set that to be the current. And now I'll go part propagate, create that part. Again, rectangular. This one will be x negative for 5 inches by 2, and then y negative for 6 inches by 2. Same type of rule. Okay? So now that we've got that all laid out, and I could propagate all of this again to get them around the sides, it's the same process. I'm going to hit save once. And once it's saved, I'm going to go ahead and let it regenerate all my operations, because now it's got to regenerate and sort and check for that the rapids are all good. So I'll go ahead and say regenerate. And we're done. Okay, so let's watch some of the simulation of this maybe. Actually, let's do this. If I take facing, 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 and turn them on, you're going to see that we're going to machine this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. Okay? And then we're going to go around, do the rest of the operations on that side. Maybe this is exactly how you want to run it because you want to run all the ops on one side, then rotate the tombstone. Otherwise, if you want to resort that, you can go ahead and play in the configuration with your sort methods. For first criteria to be operations, now maybe you want it to be positions. Maybe you want it to be based on tools. However you want, you change the option you want here. You select everything via Control A, and you say sort, and it'll resort everything. But we're going to say this is exactly the way we want this to run right now. So we're going to go ahead and post-process. So I'm going to say select everything, right-click, and we're going to go ahead to ISO process. I lied. Before we do, we need to go through and set what all these pickups are. And maybe you're using the extended offsets on your machine. So instead of G54 or 55, we want to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the back 5, 6, 7, 8. So to do that, we're simply going to go to Modify WCS. We're going to select the part, double-click. I'm going to set this to 1. Say OK. I'm going to go to here. We're going to go to here. Double-click. We're going to set that to 2. And basically, you're going to repeat this process for everything. We're going to set this to 3. Go here. We're going to set this to 4. Go back to here. This will be 5. This one will be 6. This one will be 7. And this one will be 8. We'll hit save once. And now we're actually ready to post-process. So once we're done saving, we're going to go up to the Operations Manager. We'll go ahead and select everything, and we'll say ISO process. Go find the right post. I believe that's the one we want. We're going to say post. So here's your program number, this little description. I'm going to say OK. Here's where we're going to save it, and if you want, you can save it as your main program number, save it as whatever you want. Now, in this next little sample, what the software is asking for is where you want to start your subroutines for this specific post-processor. So I'm going to say I want to start my subroutines at 450. And now away we go. Using the subroutine output is of course an option, but the way this post is set up, it uses that. So here, all of the extended offsets and their pickups have been set automatically by the post processor. It's telling you where the positions are, what p-values are what angles, everything. And everything is being called out via subroutines down here. We're clamping and unclamping, doing all sorts of fun things, so those are all your main operations. And now here are each and every operation broken out as a specific subroutine. Okay?